Assalamu alaikum, barka da zuwa wannan tasha mai albarka ta Gimbiya Arewa 24. Don wannan shine shigowanka na farko, ka daure ka danna mana subscribe, sannan ka danna mana like da bidiyon ya burge ka.
These suspects, 3 in number, Isiaku Lawal, Muazu Abubakar, and Adamu Bello, age between 26 and 27 years, played very key roles in the recent kidnap of over 100 students from Bethel Baptist School in Kaduna. These suspects are part of the larger gang that carried out that horrible act. We've generated sufficient intelligence and we are closing up on the remaining members of the gang. We just want Nigerians to know that no crime will be no such heinous crime like the kidnap of innocent students will ever be laid to rest until those behind those crimes are arrested and brought to book. These suspects are part of the 25-man gang that actually carried out that operation. We will allow them to speak to you very briefly. It is an active investigation and we will control the narratives here.
Sunana Ma'azu Abubakar. Shekara na 27.
Who is interpreting? Collect the mic and alternate. I'm not giving you.
Sunana Ma'azu Abubakar. He said his name is Ma'azu Abubakar.
How old are you?
27.
He's 26 years old.
27.
He said he's 27 years old.
An kama ne akan sace 'yan makarantar Baptist.
He said he was arrested in connection with the kidnapping of Baptist Vital School. He said he was arrested in connection with the kidnapping of Baptist Vital School, Kaduna.
How many of you carried out the operation? How many of you kidnapped the students of Bethel Baptist High School?
25.
He said there are 25 in number, sir.
How many of the students were kidnapped?
126.
They kidnapped 126 students.
Why did you kidnap these innocent students?
He said in need of money, that they need money.
How much did he share? How much did he get from the operation?
$100,000 aka bani.
He said he was given 100,000 naira.
The remaining persons here, are they also members of the gang?
He said they are together, they are members of the gang.
Gentlemen of the press, this is the much we can give you for now. Is an active investigation is on. Is an active investigation is ongoing. We will keep you posted as we make progress into this investigation. Mubarak Mohammed and Basilube are key participants in the kidnap of the female student from Kwara State University, an incident that shook the people of Ilori recently. The governor of Kwara State worked with the leadership of the Nigerian police force, specifically operatives from the Special Tactical Squad, to ensure that the young lady was eventually rescued unhurt with no ransom whatsoever paid. These two suspects will speak to you about some other crimes they've committed in the past. But the major message out there for those who are still in this trade of crime and criminality is to know that no matter how long it takes, no matter how fortified you might think you are by your charms and your cultic practices, there is a day of reckoning when we, on this other side, keeping the law, will get hold of you, and there will be no escape for you. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sunana Mubarak Mohammed.
When I ask him question, you interpret, and you interpret back to them. What is your name?
Mubarak Mohammed.
Shekara Kanawa.
Shekara 22.
22 years old.
Where are you from?
Daga Sokoto.
From Sokoto State.
Look here. Look at those people. They are the people you are talking to. Who kidnapped the Kwara State student? That female. Stop calling her name. Who kidnapped that female student from Kwara?
He said they are the ones.
How many of you?
He said they are 5 in numbers.
How much did you collect?
No, kuka karba.
Bamu samu karba ba.
He said they couldn't collect any money, any ransom.
How many times have you done kidnapping in the past?
So now ka taba yin kidnapping a rayuwanka.
Shine na uku.
He said this is the 3rd time, sir.
What message do you have for other young people who are still kidnapping and committing other crimes?
Wani me za ka faɗa ma sauran mutanen da suke kidnapping, ka kalli kamera ka faɗa musu me wani firin labari za ka gaya musu su ci gaba ko su daina.
Sai yance su yana sabida na gaba alheri bane.
He said the message he has for people is for them to stop, that he has seen that there is no way out for it.
Oh. Sit down. What is sit down? Kazauna. Give him. Yaya Sunanka.
Sunana Muhammad Maude.
Mohammed Maudi. Shakara Kanawa.
Shekara ta 21.
He said 21 years old.
Ask him how many times have he committed kidnapping or highway robbery?
So nawa ka taɓa tara hanya da kidnapping a rayuwarka?
Ban taɓa yin kidnapping ba, mun tare hanya daga lokacin da na fara har zuwa lokacin da an ka kama ni su 50 ne.
He said he's not perfect in kidnapping, sir, but highway robbery that he can remember maybe about 50 times.
Which area do he, which
Ina da ina kake aiki, kuke fushin aiki, kuke tara hanya?
To lalle a gida dai na daɗe ina yin aiki dai a gida din ban san ko nawa bane shi, amma abin da dai na kwatanta zuwa na dai can dai inda an ka kama ni din na san dai zuwa na a can dai ina bako ne, amma na yi so 7.
He said where they arrested him, that is where he has been.
Which area?
Ina ne aka kama ka?
Ina ne kuke tare hanya? Shine aka bai.
Ina kake tara hanya?
A hanya abin a can inda aka kama ni bisa osprey ne muke tare.
Mai sunan inda kuke?
Daga Odo ba zuwa Oyo, daga Oyo zuwa Ibadan ne.
He said from Odoba to Oyo, from Oyo Ibadan.
Daga Odo ba zuwa Oyo, daga Oyo zuwa Ibadan.
This young man actually specializes in robbing, in carrying out highway robbery, armed robbery along our highways, particularly areas around Kwara, Oyo, and Niger axis. We want to believe that with his arrest, there will be respite for travelers and residents in those axes. Will continue to work very hard to pick the remaining members of his gang that are still at large. The final case for today will be the case of four young men. 2 of them are Nigerians, while 2 are from Niger Republic, arrested for unlawful possession and illicit distribution of very dangerous drugs. Over 100 packs of these drugs, tramadol, were recovered from them. And these are suspects that procured this item specifically for distribution to bandits and other criminal elements operating in the northeast and the northwestern part of the country. The suspects are Suleiman Bello, age 32, who is from Sokoto. Anwa Bello, age 26, from Sokoto. Ibrahim Zakau Yao, age 36, from Niger Republic. And Aliyu Abdurrahman, age 32, from Niger Republic. These people trade on tramadol and other dangerous drugs and sell specifically to suspects in Zamfara, in Kaduna, in Yobe, and other parts of the country. They were arrested at the border town between Nigeria and Niger Republic. Incidentally, some other members of their gang have equally been arrested by our counterparts from the NDLE, and so we will, at the appropriate time, transfer them to NDLEA for a consolidation and a more robust investigation of this case. We understand clearly the very strong nexus between the use of these drugs that oftentimes provide Dutch courage to criminal elements and put them in that mental state where they can shed blood, commit all kinds of heinous crimes, and carry out all kinds of dastardly conduct without any sense of remorse, fear, or regrets. Therefore, as we continue to mop up illicit arms in order to weaken the hold of these bandits and criminal elements, we will also work with other patriotic citizens of this country, particularly our colleagues in the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, with renewed vigor to ensure that we equally mop up these dangerous drugs that provide life wire for the commission of some of these very dangerous crimes. We'll allow you to hear from them very briefly, and we will proceed.
He said his name is Suleiman Bello.
How old are you?
32.
He is 22 years old.
Who owns this?
Wannan kwalayen nawa ne?
No one.
He said it's his own.
How many of the packs were recovered from you?
Guda nawa ne aka samu a wurinka?
To ga yan ban san ko guda nawa na ba. Ban iya gane ko guda nawa.
He said the idea he can't count, he can't mention.
How much do you sell one?
22, 20,000.
22, 20,000.
A pack of these sells on the streets for between 20 and 22,000. It could actually sell more than that, depending on when the transaction is actually taking place. So you can actually see that this is not just any other item. Other members, are they also ask him if he knows them?
He said he knows them all.
How many of them are Nigerians?
He said 2 of them are from Nigeria, and the other ones are from Niger.
Give the mic to a Niger man. Yaya sunanka?
Ibrahim Zakariya.
He said Ibrahim Zakariya.
Shekara kana.
36.
He said he is 36 years old.
Where are you from?
Sokoto nake zaune amma asali na dan Niger nake.
He said he based in Sokoto but is from Niger Republic.
Why are you selling drugs to Nigerian people? Why don't you take it to your country?
To lalle wanga kwaya ban daɗe ina sai sabbuga ma sai sannan suka ci an hanso musu shi don muna zaune da su Suleiman wuri guda a kasuwa.
He said he's not too long into the business, that his colleague here is the one who involved him and give him to sell for him.
Ask him if he takes this choir.
Da bayan gaba ina dan taba.
He said recently he's testing it small.
So he's both a seller and a consumer. Very dangerous combination. Who is their oga?
Suleiman shi an mai gida ne.
He said Suleiman is his own oga.
Okay. Let's stop here for now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the press. We'll continue to keep you abreast of our activities and development, particularly as we make progress with some of these cases.
Masha Allah da bibiyan wannan tasha tamu da kuka yi mai albarka, wannan tasha tamu ta Gimbiya Arewa 24. Wannan tasha taku ta Gimbiya Arewa 24 za ta ci gaba da kawo ku wayannan sababbin labarai da mudumin su. Insha Allah duk na labarai yake za mu bibiye shi lungu da sako ko ina Allah ya da za mu zo da wannan labaru domin shaɗaɗɗar da ku da bibiyan abin da duniya take ciki, sannan kuma da abubuwan da suke faruwa na yau da kullum in Allah ya so ya yarda. Don haka ku ci gaba da bibiyan wannan tasha taku mai albarka Arewa 24. Kar ku manta ku danna mana subscribe kuma ku danna mana alaban kararrawa da zarar mun ɗora muku sababbin labarai da mudumin su, da zarar mun ɗora za su faɗo muku insha Allah.